Okay, I think we're back. One sec. Just restarting live again. Also, no, we're skipping the starting soon screen. Okay. I was double checking that. Yeah, okay, we're back. Cool, cool. Now we're back. Let's get more emeralds. Okay, now please confirm to me. Yeah, it looks like we're back. Finally. So let me remove this because I do not want to accidentally right click dirt with the pixel right now. So let me go look again at the honey farm because I think we might get a bit more honey. Yes, we are back. Okay. Cool. Yeah, the honey farm was a great decision. This is all good. Here, this and this. Now let's get this repaired a bit more. I think I've got like 10. I don't remember checking the exact numbers. Oh, this is almost enough to prune, but we're not there quite yet. Whoa, 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 no don't kill yourselves, don't kill yourselves. The chicken tornado must live on. Whoa, no, 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 no. Go. Oh no. Let's get squished again, I think. We're gonna get squished again. We're almost there. Cool. Number of baby chickens. 2 so far. The emphasis being on so far. I can't put chicken in a composter, right? There's no way. But you know, I'm gonna see. As I thought. No, because like I have such little use for chicken now. It is organic matter. But it is organic matter. Okay, now where do I put this chicken though? You know what? Let's cook more steak. And maybe a bit more of everything. I think I skipped the iron farm. Yep. Okay, now if I put it in here. Because I will need saccharin. Oh, let's take this. So I want some. Wait a second. Actually, I could take the stone and make some smooth stone, actually. That might not be a bad idea. I think I might do that again, actually. Okay, now I'm gonna grab more food. Mainly steak. Because I know that the gaming Emmy wanted to make ponigiri with the chicken, so I'm gonna leave him that option. Kelp is a pain to farm, so I'm not really interested personally. I know, Matt, and that's all my contribution. That is all from the farm. No, what? Wait, did I not? Wait, did I put the cook? No, I did not put the cook. Wait, did I just have one extra raw beef? Or one extra stack of raw beef? Fine then. Now let's go to here. And yeah, that's why I'm turning the wheat into bone meal now. Like, I don't think I need more leather. So, you know, might as well do this. Especially because I think I'm gonna make the honey farm a bit ridiculous. There we go. Wait, no. I need to not be holding the seeds until I jump into the tornado. Oh, wait, I think that's enough to kinda prune a little. Now we're good to continue with the tornado. This. Almost there. You know what? Valid. Well, let's go trade again. Oh, no more trades for this guy? How about this guy?
For the battle, it'll be great. Yeah,
thank
I
you.
still gotta train this.
I still don't know if there's any way to get the hats that they've been wearing other than getting phase MVPs, and I'm not gonna lie. So far, I'm feeling kind of robbed about not getting any. Slightly, but like, the ones who did get them also deserved it. So like, I'm not really gonna complain. And to be fair, like, I'm also gonna have the captain battle, and most of the ones who did are not gonna be captains, so that's also fair enough. But I do want a cool hat. Cool. Now we're going back to the classic.
If someone told me that the VGC guy who is also exclusively playing in VR was gonna be the dude out streaming everyone else, I would have said, which world are you from and how can I go there?
I mean, I'm the one who's doing the most, like, insane thing out of the entire thing, so, like, it's not that surprising. Like, no one's doing anything as crazy as the pyramid, like, taking down the giant pyramid. And this is just to repair the Paxels to go back to breaking down the pyramid. Like, this is just a side quest for the pyramid. Well, luckily for you, you are here. You are in that world. You live in that timeline.
Don't understand the quest, but I respect the grind.
The quest is just being... the whole goal is to be petty. Straight up. There is nothing deeper than that. Oh, it's fully repaired. Finally. Whoa, 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 whoa. Do not kill yourselves yet. Look, if Iman's not gonna make Golurk available, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make a statement. And that is the statement. I've also finally started making my own honey.
We're making a petition.
Oh, we're making a lawsuit and we're doing this. Oh yeah, Matt, just to ask us how many combis are in here. We're about to find out. 11, and there's still, and I've still got 2 in Mock's honey farm. I was gonna say, I think I've got more bottles in here, and yeah, I do. Cool. And we're gonna take all of the honey back to the pyramid. Gonna have to also kind of just bee-proof the whole thing and put a solid block past all the second leaves. For like all the outside. But I'm also probably gonna expand in that direction too. other resources will I need there? Also, I felt kind of stupid for not realizing I have this much blaze powder just sitting around when I was looking for blaze powder for a good while last week. But now we're finally done with the side quests. Finally. We're back to the main gameplay. Yeah, I agree, Matt. I don't think it's going to be a problem anytime soon. Thank God I took some time to kind of to kind of give myself a quick farm. Oh, I do need milk, though. Oh, no. Well, yeah, I do, but not that much. Since that is...
So you are a retired competitive player. How does that work? Your voice is kinda young. Have I heard of you? Like, where did you participate? How far did you come before Wolf kicked you out with some one-type pre-evolution team? Are you just known for Stakataka love, or you got something else?
Basically... yeah, basically, honestly, the amount that you win is not enough to make a living off of. Like, the main reason why Wolf makes a living out of it is really just because of the content creation. I've qualified for Worlds 4 times, and mainly just... And top cut. Honestly, I've never played against Wolf at a regional or just, like, any live tournament. For most of the time that I was playing, I rarely attended the same tournaments that he did because I'm basically... Because of the fact that I'm Canadian and live basically, like... Yeah, basically because I'm Canadian, not necessarily close to any events, the places where I could compete were usually not the same that he would normally compete in. And honestly, not just for Taka, honestly, I was known...
I suppose that's a good thing.
What was I gonna say? Like, you probably haven't heard of me because I was just like... Well, first of all, I was not on stream that often when I was active because of the fact that I did not attend all that much. Like, my results were, like, good, but not amazing most of the time. And just... It's always the same people on stream, so it's... Usually people that can attend 8 regionals or more, and I'm just... Usually did not attend more than 3. Because of funds and just the time, because of the fact that I'm so far from regionals and everyone else, travel is not convenient at all. Compared to most of the people who are just... The ones who are usually at the top of the leaderboards. And yeah, basically, like, the circuit now is way more expensive than it used to be, because back in the day it was just, you need to get that amount of championship points before the end of the season, and now it's just top a certain amount. And also the fact that locals are nerfed means that people that live farther from regionals do not necessarily have they need to spend way more and travel way more. So for me, it's just not really worth it anymore for it. Especially when the way that, like, the formats have changed are not in a way that I especially enjoy. So it's just, yeah, it's time to move on. Thank you for the follow, MJ Steven.
Hello, Gene.
So, like, I traveled, I had fun, and now, like...
This sounds ominous.
What sounds ominous? And yeah, I felt ready to move on, so I moved on. Just that simple. Now let's go back to taking down. Let's make a bit more snacks, because I don't have any snacks left. So let's make some, but then we go down to the pyramid. Oh wait, am I really out of vivid chokes? I was gonna say, no way. I should probably grab some.
Hello, Gene.
Hello.
I come to you from Team Rocket HQ. I see you have a lovely team. I want it.
You will have to go through me for that, and bad news. That is not gonna be a good time for you.
Give it to me right now.
Or else what? The only thing that I fear are the machinations inside my mind.
Or else you die. In Cobblemon, of course not in real life.
Look, I've already died. I've already died multiple times. The way you will kill me is still not going to be as ridiculous as how I died earlier. I died from my chickens. You can't top that.
I release your mind into the wild. Your shiny Metagross. It looks lovely.
I know, thank you. I spent way too much time on it for you to just take it. Team Rocket is chump change for me.
How much you want it for?
Too much for you. Oh, I remember what I was here for. These things.
Also, I just want to say, I am trapped hostage doing this phone call. Please help me.
I send my regards. I should also probably grab...
Oh wow, Gene being a sarcasm wizard.
Nothing... How new... Oh yeah, you are new here. Yes, that is... The sarcasm is nothing new.
I am new random guy. I met Seeching C in the search bar.
Wait, really? By searching just the letter C? That's crazy. Did you just go from like lowest viewers or something? Like, how did I show up randomly by just typing C? That is insane.
So are there a few Pokemon or sets you have immense trust in? That have pulled you through multiple tough matches? A team that even if some ice agent came along dragged you out of your bed without coffee or some fresh air out of the gamer stench-filled room and said you're an immigrant for being Canadian and being deported unless you win the one-on-one match, no rematch. You got a team you trust with, well, not your life, but personal security?
The team I got top 4 at Vancouver Regionals with. Kyogre, Zacian, Incineroar, Rillaboom, Zapdos. Did I name Grimmsnarl already? But Grimmsnarl and... I think I might have been 6. Yeah, that's 6. Torkoal Beast Boost 2. You're so right, Starly. That is also a good one. Yeah, I would also... Although not as much. Like, I love that team, but I would not trust it.
So, Gene, are you sure you don't want to sell Metagross?
I am pretty sure I will not sell Metagross. Pretty sure. More. $5? Whoa, what are you, broke?
And why so? What was so special about this team? Was it uniquely balanced, or were you just trained in that well with it?
It just clicked. Like, it's really, really good. And it just clicked. It's also the team I just had the best tournament result I've ever had. Like, I basically played 5 games with it and went, okay. And okay, this clicks. I did not need... Like, I basically only played 5 games and knew, okay, this is the team. And then I showed up to the regional and it went... I hadn't not played during COVID. It was my first regional after COVID. I remember just telling my friends, yeah, no, I'm not going to do well. I'm washed. And then just...
who says that I am the one.
Yeah, I'm going to have to start putting a cooldown. I'm going to have to start putting a cooldown on TTS at this rate. Like, remember, like, it's not just me here. Like, there's viewers, too. You're not alone. Yes, VR Cobblemon.
Don't punish me for some dude's mistake who is just bored.
Valid. I wonder if there would be a way to just maybe limit it to like having follow like at least for a certain amount of minutes first before being able to use it, or at least disable the CTS if it's not the case. I don't know. Like, you're not pushing it too far. Like, I've seen that, like, yeah, you're not pushing it too far, Steven, but just... I did have someone earlier who basically did push it. So I still don't know why every once in a while it just doesn't really work. Not much. We're gonna encounter... Oh, right, that reminds me. Wait, Pokefinder. There it is, Pokefinder. So I should put the sword back in here.
Start with 15 seconds. Maybe if that's too little, don't go over half a minute.
Yeah, possibly.
Why even have TTS in the first place?
Usually for, like, until recently, I did not necessarily have 11 installed, so, like, reading chat was extremely hard, and that's when I really had
At
TTS
such a
more.
low price.
Also, because I used to be just... Usually it was because it used to be so dead. The chat used to be so dead that it was not, like, it would just not be used at all. But I also just turned it on. Eventually. But right now, I'm just breaking the pyramid scheme. No, it's content creator only, and no, like, it is not my server. It is a content creator only server, and no one's being added. It's called Camp Cobblemon. Hosted by iMan25.
How long have you been playing vanilla Pokemon? Like from which generation, and when did you decide, hey, this competitive stuff sounds kinda cool?
My very first game was actually Stadium, but like my first mainline game was Leaf Green. And when did I actually start? Like, I think 2013 is around when I started getting into competitive. Like, I think the first time I kind of got into it was Pokemon MMO, but like that meta looked so bad that I just gave up on that kind of quickly. And then honestly, for VGC, I did not necessarily fall in love with it immediately because the first set I watched was World's Finals 2013, which is not a good. Well, most World's Finals are not.
I think you should start your own server called Camp Cobbles.
I'm probably not starting, at least not a public or semi-public server anytime soon. Not anytime soon. And especially not something similar to Camp Cobblemon because that requires so much effort and not effort I necessarily want to put in right now. Okay, so basically to where I was at, I already forgot. Green Heat is very similar to the Heat extension, but basically gives a bit more flexibility. I mainly use it for my starting soon screen, where basically it recreates the Gen 4 badge case, where you can just click the badges to play some sounds. I might have some more things I might do with Green Heat at some point, but not yet. I've been a bit busy to do more fancy stuff with that.
Is there a Pokemon you had high hopes for competitively that turned into a disappointment? Like on a personal level? Or are you not a FOMO guy and just see how it goes adapt to the current meta?
Which one would there?
I love rusting all the badges except for badges 6 and 7.
That's the Starly Classic. Which Pokemon? Like, I'm trying to think which one. It was usable for a while, but one Pokemon I wish would have stayed as relevant would have been relevant for longer, but wasn't really, was Oricorio. Especially the Oricorio Pom-Pom. It's my favorite Pokemon. Especially because I had a very good team with it back in 2017. But honestly, it wasn't really good past 2017. Okay, this is basically full. Aside of that, I'm trying to think, is there another Pokemon where I would say the same? But in general, I would say that I think my approach changed a lot. Once we got to the Switch and the format started becoming shorter. Like, I used to team build a lot more back. I used to team build more, and honestly, it was way more fun of a team.
Right now, there is a good Oricorio Volcarona set in Scarlet and Violet. Might be worth a try.
Honestly, I did not really like that team. From what I remember seeing, I did not really think it was that good of a team, or at least not really my style. And anyway, Scarlet and Violet is dead, VGC wise, so not even worth it. So not even something I could really do. In general, I would say that the formats being so much shorter makes it that I don't really care all that much. I don't really care all that much when it comes to team building, especially because usually when I started out, the formats lasted a year long, and the format just had a tendency to evolve a lot, and because of the fact that there would be a meta that would be properly established, it was way more possible to actually properly build anti-meta. Well, early format
STFU
it feels
80T
more.
6 to 7 6 to 7 6 to 7 6 to 7.
Steven, please stop. No, Evelyn, it's fine. Like it's still relevant to the conversation. Basically, I did not enjoy Dynamax. I did not hope to see Dynamax back. Z moves, I'm excited for. I am excited to see Z moves again. I do enjoy it quite a lot. And Terra also do not really enjoy. I'm not gonna lie. Dynamax felt like so much of the Dynamax matches feels more like snowballing with your own Dynamax is the main way to win, which is not necessarily fun for me, at least. Especially with most of the non-restricted formats. Without the restricted Pokemon. The restricted Pokemon add enough bulk, and Association acts like such a good way to just neutralize Dynamax that it felt balanced. Like Dynamax, it's like the only format where Dynamax felt balanced.
Wait, I caught a shiny Zacian this weekend. I need to give it to you.
Yo. Mega, I was happy to see Mega's back. That I will admit. And I was happy to just no longer be playing with Terra. Terra is not a mechanic I personally enjoyed. Like, unlike most people, I'm not a big fan of open team sheets, but I feel like Terra kind of forces open team sheets. Like, it's not even like because I like building gimmicky and need to close team sheets to really be able to do well. It's really just I like the information management. Even if I'm playing like as standard as it gets, just trying to figure out, okay, what is my opponent running, and does my opponent know if I'm running any like minor tweaks and sets or not? Just playing that kind of information trading game is, for me, part of what really makes a game enjoyable. And people who worry too much about scouting, in my opinion, I just say skill issue. Because it was still possible to do well, even if it was just your first tournament. As much as people complain, like, as much as people say that, oh yeah, it's happening way more in the open team sheets era, the real reason why it's happening more in the open team sheets era is because there's just more new players, more than anything. Like, let's say if half of the field are new players and half the field are people who've already attended events before, the odds are way better than when there's like 95 people who have already entered the regional and then 5 people who haven't. And that's basically how it was most of the time for the older days. At least that's my personal take on it. Like, I'm saying that as someone who cut his first regional back, like, way back. It's like, obviously, I'm biased on that one.
I think they touched on something good, though. That the Z-moves inherit the stat boosts of the Dynamax-associated type unless it's a signature one. You can't snowball since you can only use it one time and don't have an item afterwards. It's kinda like all of the other U-Cells one-time items like Snowball and the Glow Moss thing or the Terrain Seeds. But it would make every Pokemon a tiny bit more viable since you don't know which one could defy the meta and pull out a Z-move out of a sudden.
Oh, I'm talking specifically about Dynamax, not Z-moves. Z-moves I have absolutely no issues with. Like, I love Z-moves. From a gameplay standpoint, I love Z-moves. Like, not neat. Like, this... The requirement of an item, I agree, is such a big thing. I mean, Gambit doesn't... like the King Gambit line lost knockoff the moment King Gambit became a thing, which thank God, honestly. That would have been so ridiculous. King Gambit with knockoff would have been crazy. Like, it's already so good without knockoff.
Z-moves in OTS is gonna be so funny, like, no bro, I'm not gonna let UR Incineroar Z-move Flare Blitz into me, sorry.
I mean, the thing is, most of the time you could easily tell what your Z-move was. Even in close team sheets, you could easily tell where the Z-move was on the team. And even then, like, you could still do well back then without Z moves. And yeah, this is why I keep. This is my. Thank you for proving my point about one of my biggest arguments about how most people will say that, like, oh yeah, close team sheet seems so random in best of 3. It is so. Even best of 3 is still a problem. Like, the thing is, because of the fact that all of the tournaments are open team sheets now, you're just kind of not you're not really incentivized to develop the skill of just inferring info from what the team comp is like based on what the team comp is. Which is a big deal. Like, it is very easy most of the time to just be able to tell some info on the team. Just based on team preview. And also just sometimes just figuring out, okay, this Pokemon has this item, so that just knowing that usually tells you, okay, you know that Pokemon is not that item, so it's probably that item, and then that Pokemon is probably that item then. Like, it's not too hard to just infer. Once you... Also, it kind of makes taking notes relevant. It has been irrelevant for so long. Like, in my opinion, like, taking notes nowadays is so... It's not really that helpful. Like, people who say that, like... It doesn't surprise me that people say they don't take notes. Because there's way less that you actually need to keep track of. Like, at this rate, I don't really see much of a point of...
I was just adding to it. Instead of just making it a strong move for one turn and after that nothing, I mean you can have an Power Herb and shoot off a one-turn Solar Blade too. But giving it also a one-time stat boosts like Fly'em-Z, giving the Pokemon one stage of speed similar to Dynastorm or whatever it was called, would make M worth running, and especially considering.
I see your point of view. Like, if you mean, like, if you have multiple gimmicks and you have to choose one like they did in the anime. Yeah, that one makes sense. I'm finally getting the point now. I feel like too many of them are just so polarizing and just like so at odds with each other that I feel like the only combination of gimmicks that you can kind of run would be like Megas plus something else. Like Megas and Z-moves, Megas and... Could you even justify running Megas and Dynamax? Or Megas and Terras? Like, I don't know actually which... I think that Megas and Z-moves like really work well together. I don't know how well the others would. I feel like Megas and Dynamax, especially without any tweaks to Dynamax, would be so easy to... It would make the snowball issue even worse. Like, I don't know, imagine a Max Airstream followed by a Charizard, a Charizard I delete you button. Or G-Max Volcalith. So, I need to remember to keep to not forget to take a look, see if there's any shinies on the map. Especially since the snacks are live, and I don't know if our best Poke Finder is here or not. I don't know if Matt is still here or not. I don't even know what I was about to call you. I was not about to call you Mech, but I don't know what I was about to call you. I think I was about to call you Max, because we were just talking about G-Max moves and just like Dynamax. I think that was what I was about to call you. Which is wild. So, well, I know that you're here still, I guess. So I'll take a sip. This side quest took longer than I thought. Like, I did not realize it would take that long for me to finally get back to this. And here I thought I'd be finished with this tomorrow. I'd have to go in hard for that to happen. Like, this evening I probably have to either do most or all of the next layer for that to be realistic. Then I'll have the freedom of doing some more stupid things. By that I mean start finally continuing the base. I've been waiting to do that for so long. But I don't know when I'd be doing like the base showcase at this rate. Maybe on Saturday? I don't know. I was like, I still need to build most of the things. I kind of need to do the bits. So that reminds me, I need to see if there's any gambling addicts. Oh, wait. Okay, we do have one big gambling addict on right now. But I think that pause might be broke. Actually, maybe not. I think he was just competing in the Elimination Island event, so he might have some money to spare. We'll see.
Imagine an ogre pawn wellspring ivy cudgels some carbink, but it lives on stew dry and counters you. Send in Charizard Mega Evolve it into Y and think we outspeeding anyway. And then that carbink pulls out a Custap berry, goes first in priority bracket, and rock throws the shit out of your fire lizard. That's a strategy I used once on carbink with a pal. He got incredibly upset.
Oh, that is really funny. It is so weird for me to hear like Ogre Pun Wellspring and Mega Charizard in the same sentence. It is so weird for me to hear that. How much more do I need to finish this layer? Okay, like there's still that whole section. Like we're getting close. So you know what? Now think about it. This is probably pretty full. Now let's just pick all of this up. Let's drop stuff in the chests. I might have to start alternating, probably.
Carbink is the only Pokemon with Trick Room sturdy. I think that's why I ran it. Had counter too, so that was useful.
Okay, like, all those chests, like, the third row should all be empty, from what I remember. Also, yeah, let's do this. Also, I'm so glad I did not I was eliminated early in the Elimination Island event. I don't know if you were there, Mevaloon, when I talked about it, but I found out that they had one moment where they just voted someone out. Like, everyone still left just voted for whoever they wanted out. It's like, I know that I would have never won because they would have said, oh yeah, let's take the guy who's the biggest threat. So instead I just got hacked round 1 and I got to enjoy my afternoon. So like, thank you RNG for throwing me a bone for once. One of the few times where being unlucky was actually lucky. Like, I triple miss, double hit, then a water pulse confused me and made me hit myself. And somehow that was a good ending. That's probably the funniest part. That is the good ending. I feel bad for Real Hawk, who was just voted out. Because people were just too scared to actually battle him. Voted out by his whoopers. I think the Turtwigs actually tried voting the weaker players out and just said, nah, I'd win. The ones that were still left. So that was pretty funny to me. Hog being betrayed.
You don't mean the Elimination Island video, right?
No.
If I had to guess, then Iman made a callback to his most famous video and ran an event with that, right?
Yes, that's what he did. Yeah, it was an event that straight up reused the same island from that video and basically ran like a very like a rapid fire version of it. Yeah, and for one of the rounds, like, someone got eliminated by just being voted out. And I was already out by then. I was out round 1. I was one of the first ones eliminated because of RNG in the match. Which, like I said, knowing what fate awaited me, I got the I got the good ending. I would have been so mad. Like, if I would have been, like, in the same position as Hawk, I would have been so mad. Like, probably actively trying to ruin as many events for the rest of camp as possible.
That's so cool. I'm incredibly jealous. Bet the counselors were there too, even though they didn't participate. But I'm glad I-Man kept that map around. Maybe you'll get to see it one day too.
The counselors were like, only 2 counselors were allowed to be on the server to help run the event. All of the other ones, basically there was a projector showing Masabi's stream at camp, and that's the way they could follow. But today they were allowed to like, there was a round 2 today that started while that was going on. I think it's still going on right now or just about to end. That the counselors were allowed to participate in. People who were, it's also for people who missed the event or were eliminated round 1. And as you can see, despite being eliminated round 1, I chose not to participate again. Especially because I know that there's another event this week. Birdu's doing an event. Like, I find it cool to play on the island, but like, knowing how I felt a bit disappointed at first, knowing that I was out due to RNG, but knowing that I would have, like, it was basically, I was never gonna win. So like, I'm happy that at least knowing that I wasted, I was, as little of my time was wasted as possible. Especially because I want to be done with this. There's so many things. There's so many crazy things I could do at camp, but I'm not doing because I'm doing this instead. And I'd want to move on, but because there was someone who's been breaking some blocks here, I do not want any more. I do not want more of my progress being stolen from me. So we're committing to the bit. But that event showed me that, yeah, I will always root for Iron more and more. Everything to set up to rally the people against Iron. The golden rule is I always blame Iman whenever you have the chance. And more, I get proven right every time.
One gotta keep his head high and not forget himself in a losing game. You'll get there, King. I believe in you. I didn't let myself get down when I nearly missed my win during the tag team tournament, and I was determined to win the final tournament. And I dominated that one. Look at me telling the actual VGC player with 4 times world's appearance of my tiny achievement.
I mean, here's the thing, Mevaloon. Like, it's not a lack of confidence about the fact that I know I would never win. It's the fact that that everyone's still being in there, trying to win, can just choose to get the best person or whoever they perceive to be the best player out. Means that, yeah, no, if I make it that far, that I'm always going to be perceived as the scariest one, so I'm never going to win. And that's more why, like, it is never going to be in my control, and it's always going to be rigged against me. And that is why.
NJ is back.
Welcome back. And that is why I will always make sure to... The Iron Man slander never ends. Like, it is crazy how, like, considering that, like, there's quite a bit of VGC focus, I've barely played any. Like, I was jokingly saying I've probably played as much single battles than I have double battles so far at camp. Which is, yeah. At least for me, quite disappointing. Because the main reason why I don't play single battles is because I just don't find it fun. Like, after trying out VGC, I just cannot go back to single battles because I just find it boring to play. I guess another problem of confidence. If anything, it's because I'm too confident. I'm also the guy who's basically always playing at a disadvantage because I'm in VR. Like, there's so many other things that... Like, there's so many things that people take for granted that they can do that I just can't. Because of the fact that, like, no, when I'm set up like this, it's just not possible.
For the immersive Pokemon-ness and the adventure in an open-world Pokemon game like we dreamed of as kids. If I want an actual test of skill, one man against another doubles all day.
Yay, emeralds. But yeah, like for me, like the thing that well, no, not most. That would be a lie. Like it also doesn't help that I was just like one of the only days I was not available was just the day of the second clash. Like yeah, no, I've surprisingly battled way too little on this. Like like for something like I expected more. That's how I put it. I expected more battles than what I've actually had. Especially with stuff that I could actually build with properly, because I think like the most battles I've made in a day was when I was told, yeah, no, build something bad on purpose, like rush, do not be properly prepared. We're gonna have like 20 people play against you for like the mid, for the intermediate and advanced battling class, which was just honestly not a good class. I don't think it was a good class. Sounds good. Oh yeah, I'll be
I have
there
a
later.
question. Do you watch anime? If so, JJK? Maybe? Probably? Maybe?
I haven't. I used to watch anime. I haven't watched any in a long while, and think I started watching. Yeah, I started watching JJK, but did not really watch that much of it. Like I think I maybe watched the first 10 episodes, or not more than that. I know I know some of the memes related to it, but like not. I've not really watched it.
To Megumi Glazer.
That does not ring a single bell. Have we not encountered a shiny?
Satoru Gojo.
I know who that is, but like no. Yeah, no, I have not watched much of it. Like obviously I know who it is if I watch the first few episodes. And anyway, like I know about him from the memes anyway. Like I didn't have not. I don't even remember where I stopped. Like it kind of just felt like a blur. Oh, that's a Drapion. I was wondering, like, what's the purple thing on the mini map? Okay, that's a Drapion.
Ryoiki Tenkai Muriel Kusho.
Could not say what that is. Honestly, I doubt I will. Like, maybe, like, I don't see myself watching it anytime soon. I don't necessarily watch a lot in general. And it's about to get worse. Very much is about to get worse. I don't know. I'm surprised that there's no shinies that have spawned yet. When I think about it, it really hasn't been that much time yet. Like we saw the first stack of snacks. Well, technically second, but like the other stack was mainly 2-star, not even 3. It's like it's really not gonna be that. Like it's not really that surprising that there's been nothing yet. There we go. Took a sip. Now no one can tell Mevaloon that I did not hydrate because I just did. Cool. Oh, and actually this deck is getting pretty low. That's nice. Got the next layers. Like we're getting so close to the next layer. Like we're getting close to the end of this pyramid. I'm very at this point feels more like relief than anything. Although honestly, especially near the end, it honestly wasn't that bad of a trip. I enjoyed it more than I should have. But there's so much more than I'll be able to do from now on. And that's exciting. The main thing I'm wondering to myself is, what am I gonna do with it? Yeah, I still need to take down that one too, though. But this is just not too much left. Whew. I just need to make sure that go. Slowly but surely. This. I think I might need to go to the shulkers once more. Maybe. Like, at least with how little there's left, like, I wouldn't be surprised either way, like, whether I need to or not. Right, I do need to spend a bit of time to make more snacks, though. Oh, wait, this is gravel. Like, I don't need as much as I originally thought I would, but I still need some. Here. There you go. This, like this. Oh. This, like... Okay, that takes care of the gravel now. I'm gonna store what I've got. So, any shinies? Nope. The stack is done. Oh wait, no, it is not done, but almost. Oh wait, I can take these vivid chokes and this tarp and actually all of this for this, like all this snack stuff. Store the gravel. Let's eat some steak and then let's go. Let's go take care of this. I'll start with this, then these, that. Like this. This is just a bit of a moment to just rest my legs a little. Go. And two more. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Almost. There we go. Oh, we can continue here. Cool. Oh wait, more gravel. I know how I missed the fact that there was gravel right there. Cool, cool. Yes. We're almost. Oh yeah, that is very close to the end of the layer. We continue to just 2 more that way, then 2 more the other way, and then like, I think I'm gonna have to. I think that probably tonight, when it's gonna end, is basically when this is basically when the pixels are almost broken, if I had to guess. Although, if I'm low on honey, I can probably just spend some time repairing the pixels now and just multitask, which is nice. Like, I like the fact that now I can just multitask for that too. I really should have done that earlier. Yeah, I'm really gonna have to make sure I disable the text to speech when I'm gonna be doing the base tour. Really gonna have to make sure about that. Okay. Like, fully disable it. Anyway, now I think about it, like, there's been a few moments where I currently see myself thinking, oh, this is such a bad time to have TTS, like, especially mid-event, that I probably need to be a bit more careful about the TTS. Still can't believe that this is almost over. And I'm slightly surprised at how much I had to lock in to really be able to finish at this phase. Like, I did expect to finish at this phase, but I did not expect to be this locked in for it to be, like, to be able to reach the end. I'm glad I was going to, like, if there were going to be any quests for this phase of camp, I was going to ignore them anyway. Try to remember what. Oh yeah, there is an event tomorrow. One that I can probably just show up. Like, one that I don't really know if I actually want to put the effort in. Because I guess basically I need to prepare a full Turtwig for a Turtwig 1v1 battle, and like, the solution I see for it is like, basically, because it's 1v1, I think the best solution is probably stall, which is not going to be fun. It will last way too long. And it's not something for, like, the main prize for it is not something I'm particularly invested about. Like, it's a custom Torterra that looks like a campsite, which, like, it looks cool, but not one that I desperately want compared to a lot of other people. So like I don't think I'm really gonna be that prepared for it. I'm probably gonna show up to show up. Like there's too many things. And to be fair, I think that there's a lot of things that like I feel like we were kind of told about that did not necessarily happen. At least about this phase, but it might have just been that I've just been completely out of the loop about it. Or it's only starting recently, but like, yeah, there's a few things about the hero versus villain stuff, like superhero, super villain stuff that I just have not seen. That I expected to see stuff about. So I'm gonna start placing the next stack. Like, I don't really care if it's not over yet. It is close enough. Like, from what Macula was saying, like, I thought it would be a lot of things, but I've not really heard much about whatever they had planned. Which surprises me a bit. Like, especially with the fact that there were no quests this phase, I thought it was because there would be a lot going on, but like, I don't know if it's just I'm being left out of it again, or if it's just that there's just not been much going on. I don't know why I'm saying again as if there was that much that I've been missing out, because like, not really. And for this one, it does feel a bit weird, because like it feels like there should have been more stuff going on compared to what's been actually going on. I don't know what that means. Okay. Wait, this hole is way less deep than I thought it was. I'm surprised. Okay. Okay, so there are still some bites being taken. Huh. Wait, maybe down. Oh wait, maybe deeper in the hole, because I do see one that I could pick up, but like, I don't see being picked. Actually possible to pick up. I think we finally. I think I solved the mystery. Spa's still on. Yeah. Actually, Spa's and Masa. Okay, we might get a bidding war. What? How much of a mess are we talking? And which team? We're about to unleash. We're gonna see if I can start a bidding war today. Okay, I did not. I don't. go.
Hello, Jean-Marc.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Oh, here, let me... Oh, shoot. PC, yes. Recently trade. I finally got the freaking grap lock, dude.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I
So
got a
sad.
lot of things in the past week.
Oh, yeah? Oh, shoot. Okay.
Like
What do
6
you think? Do you
Cagnias.
have an idea? Do you have an idea for your captain team?
Yes.
Oh, shoot. What are you thinking?
Ridiculous figs.
Oh wait, no, I forgot. Huh, you're gonna try and do the Pikachu.
Yeah.
We're still going on that.
And Skydrop.
Do you have a shiny Sableye?
No.
I think I might try and get a shiny Sableye. I think Sableye would be really good. What do you think about that?
I don't remember what
Shiny
the rest of the
Sableye
team is.
golden. The thing is, because I'm trying to get another Trick Room setter, he can learn Trick Room, but he also just gets a lot of good stuff. So, I mean, it depends, but this would probably be the team. Would probably be this and a Sableye.
I feel like the Sableye doesn't really do all that much.
Really? But it's another Trick Room setter.
Yeah, but it's not really reliably gonna set
Yeah.
Trick Room.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it also gets good stuff. It gets like Fake Out and other stuff. That's fine then. Also, it's another one I have to hunt for. What do you feel about the team so far, though? What do you think I should have? Do you think a Gyarados is good here? Fire, Water, Grass?
No, not really. Not with Sun.
Not with Sun. True. So maybe no water then. I have a Talonflame. You do Talonflame.
I feel like most of the team is too slow to really take advantage of Talonflame too.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what's like red and gold I could bring. Oh, can you put your PC back down? Could do a Centiscorch. I don't know. It's gonna be Sun though, so I don't know. Actually, Centiscorch might not be bad.
Also,
Oh,
I'm
it depends on
kind
what
of
it
need
is.
to go for now. I'll be back like in an hour
Oh,
or so.
You're good. You're good. Goodbye, John.
See ya. And I'll raid into Mini before, and yeah, like I said, I'll be back like later. I think that's his Twitch username. Yep. Yeah, and I'll be back later.